Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are located. This is Ivan Mansanet, your host for today on Last Minute Vacations is still available for 2024. We are going to give one more minute for those that just getting into the webinar. I know right now everyone is quite busy. So I'm going to give them, like I say, a couple more seconds here so everyone can join. A couple of housekeepings, please, tips. Please, you can ask any questions here on the webinar, and I will be answering also at the end of this webinar. And also, if you need to reach me by email, in case that you don't have my contact, again, my name is Ivan Mansanet, and my email is ivan.mansanet at railbookers.com. Excellent. So, welcome everyone. So excited to be with you today and for you to make time on those busy times. I know there is a lot of last minute vacation. I see daily, the bookings made by all of you guys from coast to coast. I've been seeing reservations just for next week, for in a couple of weeks, July, August, and September is still pretty busy. Remember that at Railbookers, we do instant quote and we can confirm and guarantee that right away. So let's start with this last minute vacations webinar. I want to ensure that everyone is familiar that where there is rail, there is rail bookers. We do work in any country in the world. And as you can see, we can be in Canada, anywhere in US with Amtrak, South America, South Africa, anywhere in Europe, including Ireland, UK. Let's go a little more far. New Zealand, Australia, South Asia. So now, and the good thing is not only the regular train point A to point B with the hotels, we can do that luxury rail. As you see here in this map, you can see the top train epic rides from Glacier, the Bernina Express, the Transcantabrico in Spain, or the Al-Andalus, Bravo Trail in South Africa. Also, we have the gang in Australia. So please do not hesitate to check in our website as we have all those epics of premium trains in videos describing it's quite nicely the way that it's actually very visual. So make it easy for you. Now, let's talk a little more about rail bookers and rail bookers groups. So at the end of the day, what we are your FIT tour operator. Now we connect everything you need for your clients to make those dream rail vacations. From rail tickets, of course, to those accommodations from 3, 4, and 5-star hotels, activities, tours, skip the line in the Vatican, or visit the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. But why not to do a cooking class in Rome? All that, rental cars, we have transfers, so everything put it together for you so you don't have to waste any time and you can ensure you can focus on selling, selling, selling. Okay? Now, a lot of people ask me, say, Yvonne, do you have these specific destinations? Like I mentioned at the beginning, where there is rail, there is actually rail bookers. However, in our website, if you go into destinations, you can see all the destinations and already built itineraries that we offer. And I recommend you for all of you to check. Remember, all of them are customized. Over those 5,000 itineraries, you can make it happen for, you see maybe the one in Spain that goes with the south of Spain from Barcelona, going to Madrid to Granada, and it's a 9 days, but your clients only have 5 days. Remember, everything is us to miles. Now, what is the advantage of traveling by rail? And this is something that we need to educate our clients. It's much faster, convenient, and sometimes more reliable. You know, the trains take you to the center to center. And I always put as an example when you have clients visiting Barcelona and they would like to discover the capital of Spain, Madrid. Do you knew that you can go in a high speed rail in 2.5 hours? So imagine in finishing that beautiful, you know, cruise in the Mediterranean after 7 days, and your clients have been already in Barcelona and they want to discover something quick and fast. They only have a couple of days from center to center, 2.5 hours. So remember, we are providing convenience, access to all your customers. Now, this is something that I really like to mention because a lot of the advisors say, Yvonne, what is I don't know if I have clients that are interested on the rail. This is very important for you to educate your clients. If you're waiting for your clients to come to you and say, I want to go in rail, it maybe never happens. Because in Canada, we are not very used to use the train as a mode of transportation, like, for example, Europeans or people in Japan or any other destination where the rail is quite popular. So just keep in mind that as a travel advisor and professional in this career, you need to give your clients the choice. And you're not going to give them, when they come to you and say, oh, we want to do Europe, say, you know what, Mr. Smith, I do have, or Mr. Smith, I do have the solution for you. Let me put together an itinerary by rail, which is going to be fast, convenient, and all instead of going into, adding a transportation into the airport and waiting for your flight and things like that. Sometimes you don't have the time for that. So this is where can make it worth. Now, talking about travel styles, we have rail vacation, train vacation from anyone. And let's start now with those famous trains. Let's put an example. Those in Switzerland, we have two famous trains, well, actually three, but two that are very popular. One of them will be the Vernina Express. How more panoramic can be? This is actually a day train. It's just almost 4 hours. They go very slow, so you're enjoying that UNESCO World Heritage site, and it's captivating that beautiful scenery for 2 hours. Actually 4 hours. My apologies for that. And it crosses over 196 bridges on 55 tunnels all over. And if you can see in the little photograph there, how panoramic are the views. Now, also, we have the Glacier Express, which is my favorite. That's around 8 hours trip. And if you ever have clients interested in doing that, try to upgrade to the Excellent class. Excellent class is only 20 seats, and that will be a never forgotten trip for them. They're going to be happy like anyone. And they're going back to you and they're going to say, Mary, let's do another another travel by rail. Okay. So I do recommend, and then the Glacier Express, like I mentioned, also 91 tunnels and over 249 bridges. Now, also as a travel style, luxury rail, which refines the comfort and the elegance. Have you think about Orient Express by Belmont or the sister rail in the UK going to the Highlands, the Royal Scotsman? And let's put that as an example, the Maharajas in India. Now, pre and post, plenty of extensions. Remember, much of our sales are focused on pre and post. Someone that is going to travel, let's put it that way, to Switzerland for a 7-day river cruise, why not to spend 3, 4, or 5 extra days admiring the scenery and the beauty of Switzerland? So we can offer that as an extension. But you don't have to go to Switzerland to be able to do that. Even Rome, the terminal is 800 meters from there, very, very close. And from there, you can visit different areas in Italy that you will not be able to do that in the cruise. In our website, we offer a link with all our cruise extensions. Now, let's talk about one in a lifetime experiences. In our website, we have a link that offers over 223 opportunities, starting from the Canadian Rockies, you know, experiencing the beauty and of those beautiful mountains, glaciers, but why not going through Spain and finding that historic south of Spain with Granada, Cordoba, and Sevilla? Or maybe just doing Rome to Istanbul and spending 6 nights on board of the Golden Eagle. We do have choices for everyone. Now, let's talk about the sleeper trains. You know, not all the trains have the opportunity to sleep overnight, but there is plenty of them that they do. And usually we combine them in an itinerary for you to present to your clients. And let me give you an example here at home via rail from Toronto to Vancouver on the Canadian line, 4 day overnight with great options of accommodation, but also you can do it in reverse. So keep that in mind. Now, let's fly a little farther away and let's do the gang in Australia, for example, where you have the choice to do up to 3 overnights. Now, when we're talking about Railbookers signature, this is a very specific itineraries that we have. We offer over 9 of them, and this is a once in a lifetime experience. They're very specific and special experiences that it can be from a specific or beautiful room with an iconic view or a VIP all access into a different activity or tours. In here, we can see, for example, let me see, one of the examples we have, yes, Paris and Normandy. Staying, for example, at the Le Relais Mont Saint Michel. Okay, that will be one of them. And I recommend and invite everyone to actually check that in our website. Now, when we talk about first time to Europe, we are the experts. And the good thing is, yourself or your client needs to actually have the experience to travel to Europe. We curate and put everything together for you. Now, when we go into the most popular area, we have over 74 pre-built itineraries that can be from a 15-day classic Spain, Cordoba, Sevilla, Malaga, or maybe just a 7 days from Rome to Amalfi Coast. Let's continue with the great presentation here. Now, everyone needs to understand that the rail journey is part of an experience. There is no other way for you to enjoy that traveling from city to city or from country to country. I always say that traveling by rail with families is a way to reconnect with them. Planning where you are doing the next day, getting excited, and talking about that family time that you may not have or never had before, or you don't have when you are actually flying by planes. Now, this is something that I really like, and I usually in my presentations. This is the difference, and this is the way that we need to educate our clients. The difference between traveling by plane or traveling by rail. And the main thing that I really like on this is the scenic views. How many times you're flying on a plane and you're seeing clouds, 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 and what about the beautiful scenery going from Rome, going through Venice, or Barcelona to Madrid? Now, the times you spend going through an airport and also the wait that you have when, by rail, you only have to be there 30 minutes before the departure. And there is no issues with luggage restrictions. How nice is that? That you don't have to be worried about, oh, my 120 milliliters perfume. And the main important thing is you arrive on a city center, point A to point B, in much less time, making it convenient and fast. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning, Railbookers does everything for you. And we book a different variety. We have plenty of activities that are created depending on the time that your clients have, budget, and taste. So I do recommend to all of you to actually check in our website because there is a link that you are able to see all the activities by country and city that we offer. And this can be a great idea for you to actually put it together, have an idea before you call in our team. However, our team are experts, and depending what you mention to them, it's a family, if they're just a couple, they are romantic getaway, they can put all this together. But you are able to see all the activities and experiences that actually we offer for you. This is the screenshot of how to find actually our activities in our website. Now, let's talk about accommodation. As I mentioned, we can, our experts will ask you what is the what they would like your clients to be at. A 3, 4, 5 star. We have direct contracting with many of the hotel chains. And in some destinations, for example, in Cinque Terre or Zermatt, there is not like big hotel chains. So we actually have direct contracting with the small properties that we can actually offer to your clients. Your clients want something small, more boutique, maybe a type of apartment that they want to like to spend a few days in there. So everything is personalized. Remember, everything about Railbookers is customized. So depending on your client needs, we can make that happen. You want to add extra nights and destination. You know, I'm from Barcelona, as everyone know. If you don't know, yes, I'm Spanish. This is why I have a strong accent. But I always recommend, if you've never been in Barcelona, spend at least 3 nights. Experience the culture, the food. So this is the good thing about Railbookers. We are customized and put anything you need in each destination. Now, you want a luxury product? Not a problem. Just let us know the budget of your client and we will have that for you. Now, when you go in our website, you're able to actually click on the itinerary and you are able to see the type of accommodations that we offer. And this is actually recommendations that we give you. And this is only a few of them, but you can get an idea, take an idea of what we do. And it's great opportunity for you to see you want something more budget or you want something more luxurious, or you have our choices, which is our staff picks. You know, some of us has experienced those properties and we'll give you that as a choice. Now, the good thing, and I want you to understand about Railbookers, that is making everything simple for you. Because if you try to put this together, it's going to take you hours, different suppliers, different itineraries. It's making it not easy for you. So we are the solution for those multi-destinations product. Imagine in this case, you want to do Italy, Switzerland, France, and the UK. And everything is customized. Your clients finishing a cruise, or you know what? Let's forget about cruise, and they just want to ensure that they have a beautiful way to discover Europe in 4 different countries. This is a way for you to do. Have you ever thought that you can transfer your clients quick and faster under 3 hours from the Eurostar Paris to London Center to Center instead of going to Charles de Gaulle and London Heathrow transfers time waiting. It's going to take quite of a long time. So keep in mind that we can do inside of one country different itineraries, but we also can do different multi-destination country itineraries. And all of them are actually offered as a sample in our website. Like I mentioned, over 5,000 of them that everything can be customized. Now, let's get in some of those last minute destinations. Remember, everything that we do at Railbookers are customized and are done by instant quote. So if you have a client interested to do a trip next week, give us a call. You don't have to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 days for a supplier, the DNC, to actually answer because they're too busy. We can do everything live for you so you can get an answer right away. So in this case, let's go into Ireland. So this is a 10-day itinerary for destination. And you can see the little dot, the numbers on the dots. That's the nights of recommendations that we offer in each destination. Remember, everything is customized. Okay, so if you say, no, my clients would like to spend an extra few nights in Galway, or maybe have a little more time in Cork, we are able to do that for you. Now, what I can say of this beautiful geography of the island of Ireland. Salthill culture, beautiful topography, and everything done by rail. Now, remember, all our hotels accommodations that we book, we include with breakfast for the convenience of your clients. And once they are on those beautiful destinations, they're able to do different tours, activities, and experiences. In this case, we are including a day trip to the Cliffs of Moher or a day trip around the Ring of Kerry, which is a beautiful circular route, over 179 kilometers. But the beauty of the scenery on this green island is out of this world. Now, let's move into our next. Now, this is Amsterdam, Vienna, Rhine Valley, and Severin Pass. Now, what I can say about Vienna, that beautiful monumental buildings, historical, cultural, and then you go through the stunning Severin Pass, looking at the scenery of those beautiful mountains. Now, if you see in this itinerary, we are including also four destinations: Vienna, Munich, Cologne, and Amsterdam. As you see on the right side, what is included in many of our itineraries, we will include activities, which will be a great way for your clients to discover even more of those destinations. And in this case, we have included the hop off, hop off. Is that's a great way to actually offer your clients an activity that is for the independent traveler, but they're going to have as much information and beautiful experience. So don't keep in mind that the Hop of us will be one of the great activities to offer in those destinations. Let's go for the next one. Okay, so wow, it's getting better and better, eh? This one is a complete Scotland by rail. Now, remember, much of the destinations in Europe this year, due to the Olympics, are being overbooked. There's so many, it's getting too expensive. So always, I do recommend things. Maybe give the options to your clients to destinations that they may not be as busy due to the Olympics or to the flux of tourists they go to these destinations. And this will be one of them. discover Scotland by rail. It's a 10-day and 4-day itinerary. And, you know, do you see anything specific or something that you actually is getting blowing your mind on this itinerary? Look at that one. The day trip in the Jacobite steam train between Fort William and Malek. An amazing experience. That day tour is around 6 hours. It takes 2 hours each leg, and it gives you some free time on my leg, around an hour and a half. It gives you. But if you are one of those, individuals that love trains, this is the one. When I used to be a train attendant, back in Spain 25 years ago, I always dream about steam trains, and this will be one of them. Now, on this itinerary, as you see, we have 3 nights in Edinburgh, 3 nights in Inverness. Now, remember, everything is customized, but if you see in here, we do include a 48-hour Edinburgh sightseeing pass, which includes different activities for you to enjoy. Now, if you wish to actually have it a little longer, you say, you know what, I'm going to spend one more night here and there. Remember, just ask our experts. Now, just be aware that the Jacobite train, the steam train, only goes from April to October. It gets quite busy, so remember to keep those bookings ahead of time. In this case, because it's just last minute, and we are everything about customized, we can move the days to be able to get your clients on that. So this is the good thing. There are not specific dates on these departures. So we can move the itinerary around for you to be able to give this experience to your client. Now, let's go to my favorite country, is Spain. So in this one, we are offering a 15-day itinerary. Now, when I'm talking about Spain, it's a lot of people saying, oh my God, Ivan, I only been in Barcelona or I've been only in Madrid. You know, you need to explore the south of Spain. South of Spain is a different culture, a different way to see, because always the south of Spain is their people, their culture, their food, tapas. You think that tapas are good in Barcelona? Just wait until you go to Cordoba and Sevilla, Madrid, Granada. Oh, Madrid also for tapas. Out of this world. So I do recommend, please, if your clients never had the experience, they are going to be fascinated. And the good thing about that, everything is very fast between those destinations. So your clients are not going to feel, oh my God, again, I'm going to do a train. No, it's going to fast, very fast and convenience. As you see on this itinerary, we include skip the line in the Prado Museum and also in the Alhambra, also the Great Mosque, in Cordoba. Now, the south of Spain is a mix of culture and culinary. We do offer lots of activities that is cooking class or secret food tour. So I do recommend, if any of you or your clients are interested in culinary experiences, please ask to our experts. Let's move from Spain to again to Ireland. This is a little different itinerary than the one before. It actually extends up to the northern island. Okay, so you have the opportunity to actually combine both, and what a great itinerary to do. Again, we do include many of the activities in these destinations, and remember, everything again can be customized. Now, let me talk a little more about what is the sales proposition of Railbookers and where we can offer to you as a travel advisor. We are one-stop shop. What does that mean? We do everything for you, putting everything together. So you don't have to wait and spending time, and you can focus on selling to this client or other clients more services and more product. Instant quotes. Give us a call. We'll have the quote right away. And for last minute, even better. Now, for those clients that are thinking more into 2025 or 2026 because they already have a deposit, maybe on their cruise, river cruise or ocean cruise, this is a great opportunity. We are one of the only, I would say the only suppliers that can book and guarantee up to 2 years in advance. So when you have those clients actually confirming those those cruises, why you want to put in your calendar book and work on 3 months prior to departure on those itinerary? You can do that with us, so you can focus more also. Like I mentioned, hotel selection, plenty of options, 3, 4, and 5-star hotel. Now, Canadian dollars. Yes, Canadian. So that's something that we've been asked for a long time. We've been working with Canadian dollar for a long time too. So keep that in mind. Canadian dollar anywhere in the world. Now, we are your travel experts. There is no one else in the marketplace that knows more about rail. So just keep that in mind. Even if it's a 3-day itinerary or 15-day itinerary or even luxury rail, we are the experts. Now, from one destination to multi-country destination, remember, we can put all that together for you. Now, we understand that sometimes rail can be a little difficult to understand for your clients or for yourself. We don't ask you to be an expert. But then what you can do is three-way calling. Put your client in contact with us because that can help to actually close the sale much faster. And your clients feel comfortable talking to someone that is an expert and can answer all those questions. We don't ask you to be an expert on the Orient Express. Just put us on the phone and we will help you to make that sell. Now, and the one of the most important things that all of you has been asking for a long time, and we offer from the beginning, 24/7 emergency line. We do have a disruption team that will work to ensure that yourself and your clients are safe and they have peace of mind. Because you don't want to be in Canada here at 3 in the morning and, a disruption can happen the same as an airline, but we are there for you. So keeping that peace of mind. And when you book all those products with us together, make it even easier because we will do the work for you. If you start booking different suppliers, you're going to be the one responsible to be able to move those if something happens with the rail. But when you book your activities, your tours, your hotels, your transfers, your ferry with us, we are there for you. Now, let's go into the last slide, that is the questions. Now, hope everyone enjoyed the presentation today. Again, my name is Ivan Mansanet. I'm here. I'm the National Sales Manager here in Canada for all you from coast to coast. And let's check a few questions that we have. Excellent. Let's see. There's a question here that say, Ivan, do you do groups? This is a question made Mary. Mary, remember, we are an FIT provider, independent travelers. So we don't actually do groups, but we actually can book families or friends traveling together up to 5 rooms, 10, 12 people. Now, the thing is because we have the live inventory. Sometimes if all the group is not 100% certain they want to travel, we aren't able to block to block rooms. But what I do recommend, some of the travel advisors comes to me and say, Ivan, I have 6, 7 cabins confirmed on a cruise, and I want to do a pre and post with Railbookers. I say, of course, we can make it that happen. She tell me, and so what I do recommend is when you're selling a product, have, and it's a larger, a kind of larger group, let's say 12, 13 people, 14 people, something like that, put it as an add-on. And then every time that your clients call you, say, you know what, Angela, I want to do the cruise, but also I want to do the rail bookers post. You just need to call, put a deposit of $250 Canadian per person, and you're guaranteed. And that's how you are going to actually promote yourself on this pre and post for little groups. So I do recommend to actually be able to do that. Put it as an add-on and have people calling you and confirming. And once you put a deposit, everything is confirmed. Now, another question that I have here, let me just see. Ken, how is luggage handled stored while on the train? Great question, Ken. So let me, this question has a couple of answers in regards of the if it's an overnight or it's not an overnight, it's a day train. Now, in regards of luggage handling, now, if your clients are coming from a cruise, for example, and they have lots of luggage, what I do recommend is actually to include one of our transfers so they can have the help to do that. If not, that is by individual customer to be able in charge of that. Now, many of the train stations they do have staff that they handle the luggage, like in the airport. So you just need to tip them or to give them the fee they're actually charging for that help on the luggage. Now, on the night trains, the ones that are sleepers, they actually there is different ways that the train companies are taking care of that. So you don't have to be worried. All that information is actually given to you before and at the time of booking. So everything is actually well organized. So you don't have to be worried about that. But the main thing is if you have clients that are older or they have, they're doing back-to-back cruises or some of them, I have my neighbor, they just come back 3 month cruise. I told her, how many pieces of luggage are you bringing? Say, oh, I'm just bringing 3. So actually, she just arranged with the tour company that arranged their cruise that to have some transfers to some destination for the help of those pieces of luggage. Now, thank you, Ken, for that. Now, let me see another question here. Janice. Janice asking, it is possible to book more than 2 years in advance. Our season actually it's only 2 years. So, however, it's just give me if you ever have someone that is actually confirming a luxury rail or something with more than 2 years, just send me an email personally, and I can send it to our team just to check exactly on that. Because that will be more based in individual request. Okay, and the last thing, credit cards. This is a question about credit cards. Have you accepted all type of credit cards? We do actually have Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and it all done by phone. And remember, the deposit is $250 Canadian to guarantee the rate for you. Now, I don't see any other questions for now. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for your time. Please enjoy this beautiful day wherever you are located. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Thank you very much for today and see you soon.